Hey there, this is Christy Iris, and I am really excited that you came back or you've joined me for the first time. And I really love to talk about in this channel about connecting our homes and our souls and how our homes have a huge impact on our well-being, on our quality of life, on how we manifest what we desire. As much as we are spiritual beings, we are having physical experiences, and those physical experiences are happening a lot of the time, and even more so in our homes. Our homes play a profound part in how we think. So much of our brain is repeated thoughts, and our home is influencing so much of those repeated thoughts. And we talk about mindset, but there's also brain chemistry that is affecting our home as well, whether it is OCD, ADHD, depression, panic, anxiety. All of those have a really deep interaction with our homes. I, for instance, have ADHD. I found out at 46, a few years ago, that I have it. And it has really impacted my ability to stay neat and tidy and clean my home and keep organized, and just even the process of organizing. For someone who is more left brain, that's the non-linear creative side, as well as just not being wired to go in that kind of linear way and to get distracted a lot, I found some of my own solutions. And you'll see if you visit my places that I have myself out there and here in the internet world, I talk about decluttering. It is not my passion, it is not my bliss, but it is the gateway to my passion and my bliss, which is much more about the magic of our homes. But in order to get there, there is a releasing. There is the vision and what we want in our lives and what we desire and the life that we want to live. And then the next step is releasing what's not supporting us. And so many things are talking to us subconsciously. And all we need to do is slow down and listen to the story that our stuff is telling us. Sit on the couch, when you're sitting and maybe watching some Netflix or having dinner or sitting on the toilet or walking in your front door. Try and pause for a moment and just go, how do I feel here? And what stories is my stuff saying to me? I remember this story, and this wasn't a client of mine. It was a friend's client. And there was a family, had a little boy, and he was really sick, and they just couldn't figure out what was the root of his illness. Lots of tests. And one day, at the end of his bed was a painting that his grandfather did. And everybody thought it was just so touching and so sweet that this little boy's grandfather painted him a painting. Well, the painting topic matter was a little boy holding a puppy with a sign, with a $1 bill in his hand, with a sign that said, "Puppies for sale, $2. So the little boy wasn't being able to get the puppy. So sad, so sad. I mean, part of me goes like, who would even paint a picture like that? But, so they found that the little boy finally said that the painting was making him really sad. And they removed it from his room and he got better. It was a miracle. Well, if every day he's going to bed looking at something that's making him sad, and he's waking up and it's feeling sad, and then he's getting sick and he's in bed that much more, it was playing a part on him. I had a client who couldn't get to sleep at night. She had horrible insomnia. She was on 3 different medications and she still just couldn't sleep through the night. I went into her bedroom and I kind of read the room. Some people read energy of people. I read energy of spaces. So I often will pick up on, I always pick up on the story of things. If you invite me over to your house, I will not do that. I will turn it off, keep it private, unless you ask me to. I promise. So I just picked up, the first thing I picked up on was this group of pictures that was right over her bed. And I said, well, tell me about that. And she just instantly went from this calm, sweet woman, and the fury, she's like, I hate those. I'm like, what? I was like, and she said, my brother took those. I'm like, and your brother? She goes, I hate my brother. I hate my brother so much. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. So, sometimes what is obvious as I'm telling this story, like, wow, how could you sleep when you've that much fury built up around a set of pictures? So I had her take them out. I gave her permission to let them go. And she, on the other side of the wall, across from her bed, I had her create a photo montage of, she's a widow, and had her create a photo montage of places she'd traveled, people that meant the most to her, just what lit her up, like what is going to make you happy and be soothing and calming and gentle for you to go to sleep with. What do you want to go to sleep with? And after that, she was off all 3 sleeping medications and was sleeping through the night. And then she decided to move into a retirement community and was building a home in there. And she called on me again to make sure that we picked out the floor plan that would duplicate her bedroom exactly in her new home as in her old home. So it's amazing. It's just amazing how these little stories, these little things, a set of pictures in her bedroom, were having such a profound impact on her quality of life. Think about our kitchens. You want to make things easy. You want to make things speak to you in positive ways. I can tell you, I am not a chef. I do not enjoy cooking. It's that ADHD thing also, is trying to get a number of different things done at the same time, to be hot or cold. It's just overwhelming. I'm just not that much of a foodie. So I like to bake because it's one thing at a time and there's great results. But baking, and then COVID happened. And, it's just like all the snacks and all the meals. I've got an 8-year-old, and she was 6 when COVID started. And, oh my God, the resentment. Oh man. And it was just all these negative stories about, not having help, and it was just really a cesspool when I'd walk into the kitchen. So I found that what I needed to do, what I love are symbols. Symbols help us kind of bypass a certain consciousness of interpreting words. Words, affirmations, written things, also amazing, but I also just love the visual bypassing, the mental bypassing of what symbols can do. That's why vision boards, I think, are really an awesome thing to have, and even to make them and shrink them. Like, take a picture even and shrink it down. You can use Canva as a great program to help you manipulate sizes. That's what I use, and I duplicate my little vision boards and print them out on sticker paper and stick them around and hide them. In this case, I needed something to help me, so I came up with a kind of an energy and a meaning to getting beyond my resentment in the kitchen. And I just printed it out. I painted it, took a picture, printed it out, and taped it inside a bunch of the cabinets. So sometimes I would just kind of open up a cabinet and and it would just stop me in my tracks. And I would just go, okay, yep, I'm making positive choices. I'm not letting my brain become a cesspool of negativity. And you know what? I don't honestly like cooking any more than I did before, but I I've surrendered to it. I also realized I have a little Bluetooth ear pod, whatever. I had cheaper ones before. I got for $15 on Amazon, and listening to podcasts, listening to Facebook Lives, listening to all the good stuff, that helped. But it also was just, having a couple of different tools, making sure I had kind of a little more of a system in place. I even rearranged some cabinets so they were a little more functional. Because I often find about 6 months after we move in someplace or after a life change, we find that how we thought we were going to live, because it's based on how we lived in the previous place, does not apply to how we live now necessarily. So the flow of like a kitchen, a bathroom is usually different from place to place. So I often have to redo stuff after I figure out how I'm actually working, like in the kitchen. So I redid some stuff, and I even rearranged the silverware, the cutlery, I could call that in some countries, forks and knives and spoons. I switched them around. So when I was used to going to grab the fork where it was, that was a spoon. And it made me stop for a second. And this lasts so long because conscious thoughts stick in our brains for about 7 thoughts, and then they start getting pushed to the subconscious. So, but what it was, oh, I'm thinking differently now. Right, I'm thinking differently. I'm releasing my resentments. I'm releasing my negative thoughts, loops. And I am making my kitchen a more positive place. I'm making my brain be inspired to be a more positive place to hang out and make food. So, and then of course, everything is energy. So then I'm putting more love into the food that I'm making as well, right? Everything affects everything else. So the food has more positive love in it. My kitchen, my home, my child is getting that. Just I am more likely to do a little more actually tidying up and not things be as messy, because that's one of the things I noticed, that my kitchen got a little tidier when I dropped the resentment, because I was more, in a loving place. It's amazing how one thing leads to another, and how shifting something with the intention of what we want can make a big difference in so many little ways. So really starting to tune in to your home and start reading it, it can tell us so much, and we can take control of it. There's so much we can't control in the world, but one of the things that we can control is how our home is, and how it speaks to us, and how it helps us feel. No, you might not have the budget to paint all the walls the colors that you want, but you can put some throw pillows, you can put some beautiful carpets or a blanket, you can get some paint and a canvas at the dollar store and create some simple color blocks and put it on the wall. You can create vision boards. There's so much that we can do to shift our homes, to support us, to help them feel good, to release the stuff that feels crappy and is telling us a story that is not supportive. So people think minimalism is going to get us to some amazing high place. But you know what, quite frankly, I have had quite a few clients, tons of minimalism, but the stuff that's there, is it positive or is it negative? If there's a lot of like trauma associated with the stuff, and there's just less stuff that helps you feel bad, as opposed to stuff that is lifting up your vibration, lifting up your thoughts, helping you celebrate who you are and what you want in the world. The place I would suggest you start is even just making a list of things that you love, colors, places, people, things, feelings. Like, how do you love to feel? Write all that down, and then just walk through your home and they're like, do I have my favorite color in my home? You'd be surprised how often some people don't have their favorite color in their home. Favorite places, where in nature lights you up? Are you an ocean person? Are you a river, a desert, a mountain person? Do you have that represented in your home? Our homes are so square and man-made. There really aren't natural lines in nature that are as straight as our entire homes are, and our desks and everything, pencils, everything is so straight. And that is not natural. So do you have natural things in your home that sing to you and connect you to nature? Even just standing in your bedroom and saying, how do I feel here? What's this telling me? Listen to your body. Listen to your body to tell you how comfortable you are, how clear your thoughts are, how calm you are in a space. And then look around and see where it's not supporting you. There are always solutions. There are always ways to make adjustments for something that's not working. Yeah, there's always a solution. I'm going to say thank you for joining me now, and thank you for being me. I had a mentor, she used to say, thank you for being me. Thank you for joining me. I am releasing these right now, videos, every Thursday around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is my goal. And working with the tech gods, we'll see how that goes. But keep coming back, and we're going to keep talking about how we're connecting our homes and our souls. I like to call it fiz-om. So we're going to fiz-om our homes. Yeah. Okay. Mwah.